Okay, so we also have, at least in this chapter we talk about something called entities. Entities are no other thing than special characters that at some point we may use on our website. So what is the deal about this? Sometimes you will have the problem that HTML or the browser will not render certain characters correctly. And when that happens, you have to use this character entity or character entities to actually make or force the browser to render those characters correctly. So the first example here is this apostrophe here. That apostrophe, sorry about that. This apostrophe uh, is between it. That's a special character. So you should be able to, um, enter that manually. So that's one character. Another special character that most of the time we will need to enter manually is quotation marks. Quotation marks, sometimes, as we saw previously, we can use the Q element, but also we can just use this entity character. So this is the left one and this is the right one. So you see all of them start with the amp sign. And now also we can create space. And I'm gonna spend a little time on this. So the browser will always just respect the first space between two words when we are writing a paragraph. So if I take, for example, this and just delete it and save it, you will see that I lost that kind of indentation that I had at the beginning of the paragraph. If I do a space here, nothing really is going to happen because the browser is ignoring that space here. But I really want to have a space there, so I'm going to use this symbol or this entity, which is basically is a non-break space. That's what it stands for in BSP, non-break space. So now when I added that one, you can see that it start moving to the right. So if I add a bunch of them, you will see that the paragraph start getting indented. Not ideal, but that's a trick that you can also use. So for example, if I start making spaces in medical, the browser is, again, because these spaces are within the paragraph, is just going to respect the first space. And then if you want to add more, you have to add the non-break space. The last two are the copyrights and the actual, amp sign. If you notice here, this one is on red. Why? Because technically that symbol is not allowed by itself in HTML. So we have to replace it. And how we do that? We just do the same symbol. Just type amp. And again, it didn't change that much in terms of the look, but now the browser understands that that's the kind of symbol I want. And from the copyright, the same thing. So if I do and then copy, and then I do a space, now I have the copyright symbol over there. One thing that I want to point out is you don't have to remember all these symbols. So to make your life easier, I did a little bit of research, and you can go to this website, which is dev.w3.org /HTML5 /HTML author /chartref. So chartref. So basically, in this website, you can see all the kind of character entities and their set of special characters and how to call them. So for example, if I want to use, for example, this character, I will just copy the text, go back here, and let's say I want to use it after health, paste it, and there you have the character there. So this really makes your life easier in terms of finding those special characters. Okay, so that's it with special characters.